What's up again, guys? I'm going to be coming at you, or whatever, with another Python game here. Apparently, Python is the popular map to host an observer game on in the StarCraft thing for some reason, so I don't really have much of a choice. Anyway, Python's map again. We got Zerg versus Protoss. Protoss player goes by the name FFC Daigoro. Teal player, the Zerg player. Protoss player is purple, by the way. Meanwhile, we have the Zerg player here. He goes by the name GNSI Marine. Pretty cool guy. I've been watching this dude. I haven't seen him lose a game yet. Maybe that'll change. Who knows? Anyway, we have a Zerg player right here who is at the 230-ish position. Yeah, sounds about right. 230-ish position on the eastern side of the Python map. Meanwhile, on the northern end, we have the Protoss Homo. And I say homo in a loving way, by the way. The Protoss guy is moving out. He's putting his pylon underneath his ramp, so he's going to be going for a fast expansion. My guess is he's probably going to throw up a forge next, although I wouldn't be surprised if it was a gateway. But since he's playing against the Zerg and he's in the northern position, and also given the fact that he put his pylon in the southern part of his ramp underneath it, my guess is he's probably going to try and put cannons down to prevent some kind of Zergling rush. And we'll see how that goes for him. Now he's also scouting out in the counterclockwise direction. Zerg player, however, scouting in the clockwise direction, so they're not finding each other. Zerg player sent his first overlord to the southern part of the map. Protoss player sent the probe that made the pylon to the western end of the map, so they didn't find each other. Zerg player, though, does have a slight advantage because he's sending his second overlord to the northern part of the map, so he'll find him in a bit. And remember how I said the Protoss player was going to make a forge? I was right. Go me. So he's going to be fast expanding, and he's also going to be building a couple cannons to start out with. And then maybe after that he'll build his gateway once he's in the clear of the usual time frame for a Zergling rush. Because I guess that's his main worry at the moment. Obviously it's his worry because he's playing defensively and he's going to be fast expanding. So yeah, he wants to play technology and economy at the moment. Zerg player, however, is fast expanding as well, so we're not going to see any immediate rushes or action in the beginning of the game here. Zerg player scouts the Protoss player first. The Zerg player has a drone. He sees all of the Protoss player's buildings, his photon cannons. He's got two of them coming up, by the way, behind his pylon. He's got his forge there, so not much else aside from constantly pumping probes, and Zerg player constantly pumping drones as well. You know, everybody wants to get their economy up here. Zerg player is going with a fast 3-hatch. He has not made a spawning pool. He's just going straight to making 3 hatcheries. His first building that he made was his hatchery at the natural expansion south of his position. He's in the eastern part of the map. And then directly on top, north of that hatchery, he built a 3rd hatchery. And now he's building a 4th hatchery. This is a very weird, very, very weird strategy by the Zerg player. So obviously, if he survives into the mid-late game, he is definitely going to be making some. He's going to be pumping some units here. Now, the reason that he decided to make 4 hatcheries before he even bothers with his spawning pool is because he knows that he can get away with it. He knows that the Protoss player rushed a forge and cannon. So the Protoss player thought that the Zerg player was going to rush, and the Zerg player saw this and said, "He thinks I'm going to rush. I'm going to do the opposite." So the Protoss player, once he gets these 4 hatcheries done and he gets his spawning pool done, he's going to have a hell of a lot of Zerglings that he'll be able to punch out. Or maybe he wants to build. No, he's not building his extractor, so he's not going to be teching anytime soon. Maybe after or during his spawning pool. Here comes the extractor. You know, as I say it happens. So I'm reading this game like a book right now. So the Zerg player, his 3rd hatchery is done. His 4th hatchery is almost done, about like 7/8 of the way done or something like that. He's building 2 extractors, so I take that back. He's not going to be rushing Zerglings. He's going to be teching and pumping high-tier units. He's got 4 hatcheries. He's got his extractor. His spawning pool is going to be done in like 2 seconds. Bam, there it is. It's done. Extractor's done. Extractor's done. This guy is in very good shape right now. The Zerg player is good. He's even walling himself in case the Protoss player decides for whatever reason to try to run past his hatcheries and go up his ramp. So the Zerg player's ramp is completely blocked off from the Protoss player right now. So the Protoss player has no way of getting up into the thing. So the hatchery at the main base where he started out at that is going to be completely secure up until the point that the Protoss player decides to go air units for whatever reason, or decides to do a Reaver drop or something like that. So the Zerg player's main base is basically secure. He's got 3 hatcheries at his expansion. He's got 2 sunken colonies guarding his ramp. So defensively, he's set. Now he can play offense. So this Zerg player is in very good shape at the moment. He's got all of his larvae ready right now. He's just building up as many drones as he can get away with at the moment. He's going to be, there's his lair. I was just about to say he's going to be upgrading to his lair sometime soon. He's building his Hydralisk den, so he's going to be rushing lurkers. That's my guess. Usually when you see a Zerg player build a Hydralisk den and then go lair at the same time, he's going to be going with lurkers. That's just my guess. We'll see how it goes. Now, Protoss player tries to send a probe. He sees this huge ass wall that the Zerg player has created for him. So if the Protoss player wants to get anywhere in this map right now, he's going to have to fight his way into the Zerg base. And that's probably not going to happen since he decided to rush, build a forge first and then photon cannons to play defensively. So both players opened up playing defensively. If the Protoss player had for whatever reason decided to go offensive, then the Zerg player would either not have done that, but if he did do that, knowing that the Protoss player went offensive or tried to zealot rush him, he would not have gotten away with this. So this is a very rarely seen build order, I suppose you could say. This is a 4hatch. Who the hell sees that? 3hatch, yeah. 4hatch, no. Zerg player, I think I see a strategy. He builds his Hydralisk den, but he's not, for some reason, going with lurkers. Instead, he's going to build a spire, and what that means is Mutalisk rush. So he's going to wall his base in. He's even got 2 creep colonies for good measure to go in front of his sunken colony. So if the Protoss player tries to attack him, he's going to have to, since he has zealots and dragoons, he's going to have to go through the creep colonies before he goes through the sunken colonies. How the hell? That's friggin', that's a... The Zerg player is putting a lot of effort into defending against a possible attack from the Protoss player. But I don't think the Protoss player is going to even try it, because he knows that if he attacked with these 4 zealots that he has, he's screwed. Now, I'm being kind of a Zerg fanboy at the moment. I'm normally not. I'm a Protoss player. But seeing this strategy, I'm just thinking, oh my god, this guy has got this game in the bag. The only way that he can screw it up is if he throws all of his units at the photon cannons and doesn't even attack him or kill him or anything like that. And that's probably not going to happen. But anyway, I'm gonna stop looking at the Zerg player. Just finished his spire, so he's gonna be pumping Mutalisks right now. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 Mutalisks coming up. 8, 9, 10. He's gonna be Mutalisk harassing like mad right now. Now, looking at the Protoss player, he's under attack by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Hydralisks that are attacking his gateway. Now the Protoss player only has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zealots at the moment. When these Mutalisks come out, this Protoss player is going to call GG. He's just built 2 High Templar, but he has not researched. He hasn't even started research on Psionic Storm, so he's going to be using these High Templar for making an Archon. He's got another 2 High Templar. He doesn't have anything researched for the High Templar, so he's going to be using him for... I take that back. He's just now starting to research it. Remember those Zerg Mutalisks I told you about? They're attacking the Protoss main base. So they flew over. They're attacking the Protoss main base. Protoss player has 1 photon cannon that is now gone. He's building another one. That's about to get destroyed. There goes GG. This game's over. Zerg